Happy Sunday, Becky.
Oh my gosh, how weird. It's not our normal Friday, but happy Sunday. It's a beautiful
Thanks.
day.
It's so nice outside. Thanks for everybody giving us some grace and being flexible with our crazy schedule. I'm excited to be here. You never know, we might have a record audience.
Right? Some guest appearances.
That's right. Yes. Hello, Lily. When we had to shift this, and we're going to get to that in just a second, it occurred to me that maybe this might work better for our audience. So I'm excited to do this on a Sunday. And like I said, super, super appreciative for everybody's grace that we had to switch this week. So, all right, we have a long list like every other month. So let's just jump right in. I feel like this has been invigorating to get to see all of our ladies and get to revisit everyone from the cemetery, because it was Memorial Day, it was flag placement, it was flag pickup, and we got to hang out with all of our peeps. So it's been an exciting time.
I mean, Memorial Day, as the saying goes, every day is Memorial Day at the National Cemetery, right? I mean, this is our bread and butter. This is what we stand for. This is making sure that the memory and the honor and everything goes on from generation to generation. So I think we all love coming together around this holiday.
Yeah, and I do think that it's an extension of our audience. We've received a record number of notes from family, copies of their loved ones' obituaries, thanking our ladies for being able to be there when they don't really even expect us there. But it's an additional person, it's an additional point of contact. And I know that our ladies that are there as a part of our salute team really appreciate hearing from these families. We had a gentleman who reached out to us after interring his father, and he was there in full military regalia himself, and it's just an additional touch point knowing that we've grown this community. It's just really great. And I know it warms the hearts of our ladies to know that they're truly making an impact.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We also got to a personal invite, which was not totally crazy, but really great. I know you and I love these moments, to spend some time with the VFW convention and the auxiliary convention the last few days. You and I were there, and, we don't get to spend a ton of time together doing these types of outreach events, but really great to just meet these commanders, meet the leads of these auxiliaries, and talk about the disappearing rifle teams. It was really a great event, and I just cannot be appreciative enough to the lead of Ohio VFW and Auxiliary for reaching out to you and I and making this personal invitation.
Yeah, I agree. Those connections that you make, and it's the connections with those posts and the commanders and the auxiliaries. It's the connections with the other veteran community supporting tables that are there, walking around from table to table and learning what they do, how we can help them, how they can help us. I love it. It's, again, that relationship piece, but I am grateful to the VFW for including us. It was nice to see the aha moment on so many faces when they stopped at the table, listened to our spiel, and were like, how can I get connected with you? How can we work together?
Yeah. And I think more than ever, this is where you see the benefit of what you and I built, right? You coming out of the military side, me being the family. It really resonates with people when you and I stand there next to each other and they realize we are coming there as a united front, really truly representing both sides of it. It gave me a renewed outlook on what we're doing, because again, you and I work very remote and very virtually running this organization from the beginning, and it was really great talking to the leadership there. They've invited us to come and do some more things, and really talking about dropping the age of the average veteran, being there for the families. I can't speak more enough about being in the right community there. It was really great. I'm so thankful for them.
And for any of our audience that may not know what we're talking about when we're talking about dropping the age of the average veteran, if you go to any of the events or you're a member of a VFW, you know that the average age of members of those organizations, and specifically the rifle teams, which show up and represent the honors for family members and veterans interred, that's an aging group, right? And we want to figure out how to engage the Iraq vets, the Afghanistan vets, the family members that come with that, and get them into the posts so that they can see the benefits that are there, that they're entitled to, how those posts and VSOs can help them, the connection to community, all of that. So we want to take that average age and see that come down, because that's what's going to allow this to be a legacy and continue to go on.
Yeah, I think it also addresses the mental health component, right? We know that vets that are the Afghanistan and the Iraq vets, they need that community. And I think you speak really eloquently to, you don't think you need it. It's a different response to our non-vets when they came home, and they really do still need to be engaged, but they have families, right? Similar to you, you have young people at home, and how we're really keeping those people engaged. And it really educates you and I even on how other people are dealing with it and how we can serve forward. And I think we got so much information, we gave so much information, and those are the environments where we as an organization learn how to serve forward.
I think it was an interesting point, an aha moment for you when we sat at the table and talked about that. And I spoke to, hey, when we came home, I felt well supported. I didn't think I needed the organization. And then we talked a little bit further about myself and my husband, and whether or not some of our things are service connected. And when I said no, your jaw about dropped off your face. And because this is what we do, right? It's not what we do. We are no veteran buried alone. However, we're passionate about connecting all the other resources for the veteran and their families. And you were like, "What do you mean? You of all people?" And it really is. It's a thing, it's kind of an eye roll. And guilty as a nurse, nurses don't take good care of themselves. It's one of those type things. I can talk the talk and walk another veteran to get connected, but I haven't even done the same things myself, which I think you motivated me to do that. But
Well, thank God.
yeah, right.
And for the audience that's listening, this is what makes Ohio Western Reserve Ladies unique. We are a young organization, right? We are a driving force. We are leading the charge across the country now in making sure that some of these services are front and center. We don't want veterans in our cemetery until they have lived a full and luxurious life. And so we are leading the charge in some of these other initiatives, which may feel like a reach for other No Veteran Buried Alone initiatives, but we don't want to meet you in that cemetery and feet first until you are well served. And so it really makes Ohio Western Reserve Ladies unique. Yeah, we love placing flags and placing wreaths and being a part of the No Veteran Buried Alone initiative. But at the end of the day, we also want to help serve the living veteran community. And it's really making a difference. And people really start to know who we are. So it's exciting.
Absolutely.
Good morning, Miss Nancy. All right, so let's talk about some of the things we're going to do as a community. We've got a busy summer, as we always do, but we've got some things coming up. So one of the things is going to be our summer picnic. It's going to be the first time we do it. You guys all asked for it, so we're going to do it. We're going to be at the Medina VFW. And by the way, Medina VFW is so excited to have us. They are opening their pavilion to us, and we're going to have just a good old-fashioned family cookout and cornhole tournament. So everybody is welcome. You can now get on our website, and I've done this successfully before, so we're going to try to do it again without me totally messing up. You can get on our website under our events tab. So if you go to Ohio Western Reserve Ladies .org under events, scroll all the way down. And by the way, if you don't know our website really well, get to know it. There's so much information here. And you'll see right here, you can click and register, and you'll be able to fill out all the information about your family, how many people you're bringing, what side dish you can contribute. We're asking for you to just make a donation. You don't have to pay for a ticket or anything. Just make a donation to come. If you are a paid member, we have an exclusive gift for you. If you aren't a member yet, you can go ahead and get your membership. And you can also purchase your 250th t-shirt. We are running low on those. The VFW ladies and lads loved our t-shirts. So make sure you get your t-shirt purchased ahead of time. So you can go ahead and do this now. And registration is open for our summer picnic. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got some summer kid games planned. We've got all kinds of fun things going on for that. And I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see everybody there with their people.
Yeah, for sure. And then the next kind of leading piece is our membership dues are open. Starting June 1st, you could renew your membership. For those of you who did the reoccurring membership, no need to do anything. That will already be happening for you. But remember, being a paid member of Ohio Western Reserve Ladies has its privileges. So one of which being you will get your exclusive gift for the summer outing. This is what allows you, though, to hold office with us, to be a voting member when we go to elect officers. You get discounts on all of our tickets if we have a ticketed event.
The access, right, to some of those events, and yeah.
The early access. If you were a part of our Galentine's Day event, you needed early access.
Hot commodity.
We didn't realize how hot of a commodity they were going to be, but early access did definitely have its privileges there. And there's so much more as we develop that. So make sure you get on and get your membership renewed. That will close right before our fall meeting, and that will stop your ability to vote. So make sure you get on and get your membership renewed ASAP. That also leads us to our asset committee. We are looking for a few other people to join our asset committee. Our asset committee, if you are unfamiliar, helps us secure our assets. No fanciness about this when it comes to our large events. And this one's for Sadie Hawkins. So these are auction items, maybe some of our vendors, things like that. And they will work under Bonnie Gardner. So Bonnie's great. If you ever hear me talk about Bonnie, she's the one you want in your life if you ever need a kidney. So we are looking for 2 asset committee members. If you're interested, you can either shoot us an email, comment on our social media, or anything like that, and we'll get you connected with Bonnie.
And if you're wondering if, well, I don't really know what that means, or I don't really know how to do that, we're going to set you up for success. It's really, if you're a resourceful person who doesn't take no for an answer, we don't need you to be a salesman. We don't need you to be pushy, but just being unafraid to make connections. And, you're out and about in your local community and have an opportunity to talk about the organization and they say, how can I help? And, oh, hey, we have an event coming up. We're looking for basket donors, or they're a winery and they want to give wine to a basket, small, large, again, it's not a scripted type thing. We will coach you. We will be behind you, kind of setting you up for success. We just need the people out there in droves, helping us collect all those connections.
Yeah. And this year, Sadie Hawkins, we have a long list. So some of it is very remote virtual work as well. You don't necessarily have to be knocking on doors. A lot of it's just very virtual.
Yep.
If you don't have your Sadie Hawkins tickets yet or your table, we will encourage you to get on there. They're selling fast. We've obviously now been out at a couple of community events. The tables are selling fast. So if you need your tickets, make sure you get out there. If you have an organization or company, we are a 501c3. So when you purchase your tables or your tickets, it is a donation to a 501c3 if that helps you. Speaking of fundraisers, we do have a new opportunity. We have not secured this yet, but for those of you who have ever been to Progressive Field or whatever the other one is, the Browns or the Guardians, whichever one they are, we have been offered the opportunity to run some concession stands. We have not committed because we don't know if this is something that our audience would like to do. So if you're interested, I'm going to ask you to reply to our newsletter. The newsletter should be out probably this weekend or early next week. You can also drop me an email, ohiowesternreserveladies@gmail.com, and let me know that that's something that interests you. It would mean running a concession stand. You do have to take Serve Safe training. It's a quick online thing. But we think it's a great opportunity. We won't be able to do it ourselves. We would need some assistance. So if you're interested in going to the ballpark and serving up whatever we're assigned to for that session, please let me know. And then once we have enough people, we will commit to it.
And just to share, there's a lot of booster clubs through athletics and things like that tap into this. And I know that a lot of people, like our booster club for cheer does it as well. It's a neat opportunity to kind of be in that environment, in that athletic environment, and just people for a couple of hours. And then obviously those donations come in. Sometimes there's concerts and you're able to kind of listen and, again, a fun environment to be a part of as far as fundraising goes. So just let us know if that's something you'd be interested in helping.
I think it might be a little fun. It definitely is a time commitment, though, and once we commit, we would be obligated to it. So it can't be a maybe. It has to be a yes, I'm in. So just a thing. All right, our sewing club. You guys are fierce. I love y'all. You guys are just a whole thing. So if you're interested, if you have projects, let me rephrase. If you have projects, we are going to do a gathering of everybody's sewing projects. Please get in touch with Janet if you have them, and we would like to do a collection of sewing projects no later than July 15th. So please get in touch with Janet. I've heard a few of you are hoarding your finished projects, so I'm super excited to see them. Janet also has a ribbon for those of you who have been sewing. By July 15th, please make sure that you've been in touch with Janet and we can gather them all up, and we'll be headed to the veterans home to make a delivery. So super exciting. And by the way, you guys are all forceful. I'm so impressed.
I was just going to say, thank you so much for everybody who has come with such enthusiasm into that group. I think that that has taken off much bigger than any of us imagined it would. And I love it.
Yes. And kudos to Janet, man. You guys are just, I'm humbled. I know we talk about this frequently, but empowering the community that we have gathered, y'all I'm speechless. I'm humbled. I can't, all the things, get it. I love it. So, yeah. Good morning, Joe. Okay. I want to take just a few minutes. We only have a few minutes, and we of course have a long list here, but we've had a couple questions. It came up to Becky and I while we were at the VFW conference. So I just want to review real quick. If you come to the National Cemetery and even if you're at a funeral home and there's questions, the only requirement that has to be met when you come through the gates at Ohio Western is that you get flag folding, a certificate, and taps. So please make sure if you have gone through pre-planning at your funeral home, if you have somebody tell you any different, your rifle volley is not guaranteed. I just had to have this conversation again last night. You need to be communicating with the cemetery. We have had a number of funeral homes say, oh, no, at Ohio Western, they're always there. Well, unfortunately, they're not. So please be clear that your rifle team is only volunteer status. They are not always there. Please be patient and know that we need you to secure your rifle team. It's not guaranteed, and we don't want you to be disappointed when you get there. So flag folding, taps, and your certificate are all that is guaranteed when you get there. So if you have any questions or you have a rifle team that is available to come down and volunteer at the cemetery, please reach out. We would love to hook you up with Chuck and get you time to volunteer so that we can promise it to more families who are available there. Okay, the other thing is you'll see on our social media that our Jill Burke, has been nominated for Star Spangled Banner Award. She is always such a beautiful voice, and you can vote for her every day to potentially win an award. So you'll see her on our social media. You can vote once a day, but jump on, vote for Jill as much as you possibly can so that she can advance. It's the Star Spangled Banner Award. And we want to make sure that we support her through this process. So hopefully she can move on, and you can hear her sing. She did a beautiful job with her grandfather's flag in the background, but please make sure that you can jump on and support her through this mission. You'll see her on Facebook. Okay, let's do a couple of dates. Upcoming dates, June 11th through the 14th is the American Legion Romp. So we're super excited about that one. You'll see that. June 14th is Flag Day. So you'll see us post a few things like that. That was the day that our flag was actually adopted in this country. Juneteenth is June 19th. We'll speak about that here in just a second. June 21st is Father's Day. There's always a ton of action at the cemetery on Father's Day. So just a note, make sure you're prepared if you go into the cemetery. It's always a busy day. A note about our Sign Up Genius. We have a ton of available spots for you to volunteer for our Sign Up Genius, so make sure you go and check that out. Again, that link is on our events page that I just showed you a few minutes ago. Our Salute team also has a ton of dates available. For those of you on the Salute team that work, hopefully Becky will be back, who work Monday through Friday job, there is typically a weekend day for burials. So if you need a Saturday or Sunday, make sure you get in touch with Megan so that you can sign up to do Salute team on a Saturday or Sunday. We'd love to have you engaged. And if you have any questions, Megan can answer those through the email blasts or on our Facebook group. 3-day weekends are not an option at the cemetery, so we typically have a Saturday or a Sunday burial, and you can join. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us on a Sunday, and for the grace of the change, Becky had IT issues. Maybe we'll have to invite Megan next time. We'll see you guys on the 3rd of July, unless we have to do another weekend one. And again, I really just appreciate everybody being a part of this community, and we'll see you next time.